Hey everyone, it's me, Peyton from the Avengers podcast. Just want to say before the episode starts that Torrin's short film, his Daredevil short film, is out now. We completely forgot to talk about it at the start of the show, but if you are interested in that, it'll be linked in the show notes or the description wherever you're watching. So go check that out, show it some love. We do mention it again at the end of the show, but yeah, we just completely forgot to talk about it up top. So again, go check that out, show it some love. It's in the description of the show notes. And yeah, back to the show. Welcome everybody to the Avengenerds podcast, where we talk Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and more. I'm your host, Peyton, and with me is my co-host, Torrin.
Hi.
Hi, what's going on?
I am done with school.
As finally. Am I. That being said, you're going to New York.
I am going to New York next week.
Yeah.
Literally next week. I was planning it last night with my friends.
Yeah.
So
luckily we're going to pre-record some stuff so we won't leave you hanging again for a month. But I do want to ask, it's been about a week since Multiverse of Madness. Opinions still the same? Have they swayed at all?
No, I mean, luckily that I am a human being that has common sense, so everything stays the same for me. I think it's still a really, really fun movie. Definitely top 3 most aesthetically pleasing MCU movies. Great direction with Sam Raimi in terms of directing. The writing is a little off, but of course it fits Sam Raimi's campiness. While the plot is very simple for a multiversal movie, it still was very enjoyable to me. And yeah, and every fan who hates on this movie is dumb, quote unquote fan. So
I've seen this movie 3 times because it's the best movie I've ever seen about. No, not really. I have seen it 3 times. It's for me, it's been one of those movies where on subsequent rewatches, and the more I think about it, the more I like it. I think once the first viewing, it's very fast paced. I think I can understand it feeling rushed on the first viewing. Some of the jokes or whatever may not land, or maybe you even didn't hear them because of cheering or whatever. But on a second, third, and just thinking about it more, a lot of those rough edges get smoothed out. And I like it. I like it more. Same rating, but I like it more. Some of the stuff that bothered me bothers me less.
That's fair. It's fair to say.
Indeed. Well, we got a great show for everybody this week. We are talking about the most underrated superhero movies. Very excited to get into that because some of these movies ain't getting the credit they deserve, like at all, and it's just not fair.
Facts.
But of course, we also have the news of the week, and like always, there's going to be time codes in the show notes or the description. So if you want to jump around, you can do that. But we got some kind of funny CW news. We got some Ezra Miller Flash news. We also have some Multiverse of Madness news as far as that sequence of the movie goes in the second act. We'll try to avoid spoilers as much as possible, but that piece of news does involve spoilers, so we'll give you a fair warning once we get to that. But yeah, let's get started with some Star Wars news. Ahsoka has started filming. Very nice. Very nice. I am cautiously optimistic because a lot of what this show is supposed to be dealing with was, as far as I know, was originally supposed to be an animated sequel to Rebels, and I think they shifted course to a live action series. So I don't know how some of maybe the original plan is going to translate to live action, but Star Wars shows, generally speaking, Book of Boba Fett exists, but there's the handful of episodes that are good, generally look very nice. So I'm not worried in that sense. I'm more worried about the story and even how maybe some characters are portrayed, but generally speaking, I trust them on that front. Yeah, Ahsoka, arguably probably my favorite character in Star Wars. if I had to choose one. Her character arc is just something else. But next piece of Star Wars news: the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order will reportedly be titled Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I don't know what this means as far as the story goes.
I don't know what that means either, but of course, I am excited for this game. I still have to finish Fallen Order. I kind of was playing it and I dropped it.
How far did you get into it?
Dude, I'm still at like the very first like couple levels.
Have you gotten to Kashyyyk yet?
Nah, I haven't gotten to Kashyyyk yet.
Yeah, goddamn, you're really early on. Luckily, I've been able to play it, and I've played it through because a beautiful soul made a mod that took out all the spiders, so I could play it. It's a great game. But the way it ended, I don't know what Survivor could entail. I guess Inquisitors again, I suppose. I don't know. But yeah.
The Mid-Inquisitors.
Exactly. I think we're supposed to be getting a reveal for this game relatively soon. I think sometime this summer, maybe even during Star Wars Celebration this at the end of the month. But we'll see about that. Let's us move on to some DC news. Despite rumors from certain outlets, Warner Brothers is unfortunately not considering replacing Ezra Miller as the Flash for now.
Oh, okay.
But as of right now, it does seem like they're sticking with Hawaii Menace Ezra Miller. But,
IRL Reverse Flash.
Yeah, if you didn't know, there was a rumor going around that Warner Brothers were considering replacing Ezra Miller as the Flash with Dylan O'Brien, I think it was. I don't hate that choice, actually. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be true for right now. But maybe some point down the line. I don't know. I hope so.
I don't hate the choice, but I just think that there are like better options.
Yeah, definitely. But anything's better than Ezra Miller right now, so I'll take anything. But,
yeah.
Next piece of DC news. According to The Wrap, the fan favorite and cheer moment awards at this year's Oscars were reportedly rigged by automated Twitter bot accounts in support of Zack Snyder. Is anyone surprised? The second they were like, vote on Twitter, I was like, oh, this shit's getting botted. And then, whatever, Flash Under the Speed Force one or whatever, and I was just like, that doesn't make any sense. This isn't surprising at all. I don't know what the Oscars expected. I don't know what people expected putting the shit on Twitter or whatever. But it is what it is. The award means nothing. So who cares? But next piece of DC news. Warner Brother Games' Gotham Knights will no longer release on last-gen consoles and will now exclusively release on current-gen and PC. I am excited for the push into exclusivity on current-gen consoles because it pushes technology, but at the same time, if you've seen the gameplay, it doesn't look very intensive.
Yeah.
It looks really bare bones. I'm not sure what is in the game that makes it that has to be Series X and S and PS5 and PC exclusive. And speaking of gameplay, some gameplay came out.
Gameplay it just does not, it doesn't look the best. The only characters that look like good, or like, at least the movement is similar to like Arkham, is Batgirl.
Mm-hmm.
And Nightwing. But then again, I don't know like whoever was playing it.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Like, because I don't know what it is about like demos, but they always like just got to make sure they have bot activity. Like, just play the game normally.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, the gameplay just looked slow and weird. And the open world just looks, again, like bare bones and flat. Not interesting. Like, I'll keep looking at gameplay. I'm not going to get this shit on launch. I will wait.
I'm not going to get it on launch either.
I don't know. Now it's a good thing that it's not in the Arkham universe. Maybe that should have been red flag number one. But Yeah, that is tough. Next piece of DC news: Naomi has been canceled after one season.
Don't doubt it.
Yeah, not that surprising, but also CW this week, which just was
CW
on a canceling spree. I'm just gonna list what they canceled here. CW also canceled. They canceled Dynasty, Charmed, Roswell, New Mexico, 4400, or I don't know what the fuck that show's called, 4400. I don't care. Legacies and In the Dark, and of course, I think it was just last week, or maybe it was the week before, they canceled Batwoman and Legends of Tomorrow. So include those two. Good God,
bro. Yeah, their budget going off the roof right now.
Yeah, or they're dumping it into other things. The Flash, please.
Bro, they could dump it into the Flash and like have some redemption. It's just like, bro, that'll be something that everyone needs.
Yeah, but apparently the CW CEO wanted to renew Batwoman and Legends of Tomorrow before their cancellations, but apparently Warner Brothers didn't want to pay the leases on the studio space, so they had to cancel them.
Understandably, I can see Legends of Tomorrow, but that woman, nah.
Yeah, it's like as low key funny as this is, a bunch of people are losing their jobs. So many people are losing their jobs, like just in one fell swoop. I saw some of the writing staff and like producers of some of these shows on Twitter just be like, I didn't even know about this until the news came out of the trays. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that sucks. So hopefully they land on their feet. But some more CW news. Apparently Gotham Knights has been picked up by the CW.
Oh my God.
So they just cancel all these shows and they pick up Gotham Knights. And apparently that Powerpuff Girls show is still in development.
Oh my God. We won at what cost?
Oh man. Hopefully they drop that My Hero show.
Bro, I hope they drop that My Hero show too. Oh my God. Just freaking put John Diggle into like the freaking Green Lantern show or something. I don't know, man. Please. Dear God. So bad.
Awful.
Making the worst company decisions ever.
I think Sony has them beat. But yeah, hopefully some of this gets dumped into the Flash and dump even more into Superman and Lois, because that show is just I'm not caught up on it because they just refuse to actually subsequently release episodes. It's like here's an episode and then we'll wait a month for the next. But it is what it is.
That's annoying.
Let's move on to some Marvel news. Loki season 2 begins filming June 6th. They're moving right along with that. Very, very excited for that. I believe the Moon Knight directors are the new directors attached to Loki season 2, and they did a great job on Moon Knight. So I'm very excited to see what that would look like. Apparently this new season is a completely different like vibe to the first season, because, you know, now that there's not like, oh, what's going on with the TVA or whatever, it's like now it's going to be like just something different, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's exciting. Next piece of Marvel news. This is Morbius.
Oh my goodness.
Morbius has been edited out of the post-credit scene with the Vulture, where he mentioned Spider-Man. The Spider-Man reference has been removed from all versions theatrically. It's just been removed, which is great news and also hilariously bad news for the movie, because now that it's been cut out, the scene just flows even worse than it did before. But also, it's a good thing, because if they taken out the mention of Spider-Man, then maybe they scrap their plans of putting a Spider-Man in this universe or something. I don't know, hopefully. But it's also like, we also got to see when it comes out on like digital and Blu-ray and stuff like that. We got to see if that's cut out there as well, or maybe this is just a theatrical thing for some reason. But hopefully the backlash has caused Sony to backtrack their plans of going forward with this horrendously awful universe.
I hope so. I honestly, like, I would be a disgrace to my family if I was even associated with Morbius.
Oh my god.
Like, I would probably like leave the country, change my name, leave my wife and kids.
Yeah.
If I was like associated with that movie. The movie is just god awful.
I've been collecting Blu-rays and shit. I am, generally speaking, a completionist for some of these things. Like, I buy movies that I don't really like. Like, I have Batman v Superman and 2017 Justice League and fucking like Aquaman and shit, and the 2 Venom movies, which I notoriously do not like, but I have them. I am not touching Morbius. I do not care. I am not getting that shit at all. It's just gonna taint my shelf. It's gonna just no, I don't want it. It's a hard pass for me. But moving on to the next piece of Marvel news. 2 Moon Knight producers are now attached to Marvel Studios' Fantastic Four.
Amazing.
These Moon Knight guys are just getting jobs left and right. Good for them. Great show.
Fantastic show, might I add.
Indeed. Hopefully, they cast Glenn Howerton instead of that disgusting fan cast, John Krasinski. No one wants that guy.
Oh my god. So stupid.
Moving on to the next piece of Marvel news. This is some unfortunate news, but also not really all that surprising. MODOK has been canceled by Hulu after 1 season. I watched MODOK. It was good fun. I liked it. It was the best show I've ever seen. It had that like robot chicken sort of stop motion animation, kind of.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, but it's gone now. So it seems like people are worried they're going to cancel Hitmonkey as well. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. It seems like now that Marvel's branching into the rated R territory, I don't think they really give a shit about these shows, and they also probably want to do a bunch of MCU stuff now with that. So is what it is. Next piece of Marvel news, and the last piece of Marvel news. There's been some misinformation going around, and I'd like to clear the air. It's been reported multiple times, and it's very scary how quickly this is spread without getting clarified, that Daniel Craig was the... Oh, by the way, this is the Multiverse of Madness bit. Go away if you don't want to be spoiled. Timestamps in the description and whatnot. Daniel Craig, this is the misinformation bit. It was being reported that Daniel Craig was the original choice for Reed Richards.
Oh my god, horrible.
In the Illuminati. Not true. The original report where that came from was a bit misleading in its wording. What is true is that Daniel Craig was cast, or was originally supposed to be in the Illuminati before John Krasinski, not as Reed Richards, but as Balder the Brave. And then he had to drop out last minute due to some COVID concerns, and they got John Krasinski in for Mr. Fantastic.
See,
Balder the Brave,
crazy.
I have very little knowledge of who even the fuck Balder the Brave is.
He's the half brother of Thor.
He is?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess. It's just kind of a confusing choice because like all the other ones have some sort of connection to the audience in some way. Even Black Bolt was in, this shit Inhumans show.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just have Balder the Brave, played by Daniel Craig. I love Daniel Craig. Honestly, not a bad choice for Balder the Brave. But what the fuck? What's his place there in the Illuminati? I don't. All worked out for the better, I'd say.
Yeah.
Now we got John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic, which is great. Also, did you hear about the cut opening sequence?
No.
Apparently, the 616 version of Mordo went to Wanda's cabin and she decapitates him.
Oh my god, that would be fucking amazing.
Would have been amazing, but also 616 Mordo would have been dead.
And I mean, we don't need another Mordo.
I mean, it's 616 Mordo.
I know. We don't need Mordo.
But we barely gotten anything with him.
I don't care. I don't like Mordo. I really don't like Mordo.
Because he's black?
Now, why in the hell would you just say that?
Oh, I did. That's what you said, not me. I don't know what to tell you.
I did not.
That's what you said. That's what you implied.
No, I did not.
I don't know. Well, there can't. There's no other reason to not like Mordo.
Please, let's move on. Please, I am begging you. Let us move on. Leave me alone.
Yeah, but this is a good change. Also, it seems like there was reports a while ago that when they were doing the reshoots, it was to add cameos. John Krasinski was probably that cameo that they were they were adding. So, also there's new reports coming out that like apparently they're gonna maybe do Fassbender's Magneto and Ghost Rider and shit. But apparently there's also been reports saying that while that is true, they technically filmed stuff. They didn't film anything with actual actors, like they never got Michael Fassbender in. Also, apparently there was a cut Deadpool post-credit scene. I don't know how true these things are. They're just coming out now. So if there's any credence to that, we'll talk about that next week, probably. But that's what's going on right now. Anyway, that's it for the news of the week, which means it is time to move on to our topic, which of course is underrated superhero movies. What do you got?
My first one. I'm also going to preface this by saying that some of these movies might be properly rated, and I try my best to not put movies that are inherently bad and they call them underrated because no one talks about them for a reason. Anyways, the first one on my list is Superman Returns. I love Brandon Routh's Superman in my childhood.
I also love Brandon Routh's Superman. Fantastic.
Kind of like, I mean, not necessarily like a guilty pleasure, but like I definitely have said this and we'll say it again that Brandon Routh is the Andrew Garfield of Superman.
Absolutely. I didn't put it on my list because I don't think it's under. I feel like it's pretty rated, although I don't know what's the Rotten Tomatoes. What's the score on this?
Isn't it like 60 something?
Audience is 60. Critic is 74.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I guess that is properly rated then.
Yeah, because I'd probably give it like a 7.5. Yeah, pretty good.
But still, my point still stands. That
no one really talks about it, and people don't really give Brandon Routh the credit he deserves.
Yeah, so
that is absolutely fair. Yeah, I didn't put it on there because to me, it's pretty rated. But for me, my first one is Ant-Man.
Fair.
Because like it's a relatively, well received film. It's not like people think it's shit, but I don't think people give it the credit it deserves. I think it's one of the better solo movies. I think it's really creative. Like, yeah, it kind of has some by the numbers plot, whatever. But what it does with that by the numbers plot is very fun, and also introduced us to like quantum shit, which is very important to the MCU. So on that level, you gotta see it, and it's fun. So yeah, I don't really have much to say about Ant-Man.
My next one, probably a more popularly rated movie, but it's Chronicle.
I've never seen Chronicle.
Chronicle is amazing, bro. That's like that's oh my god, I love Chronicle so much.
What is it?
And I mean, what is Chronicle?
Yeah,
it's pretty much about like these three guys that encounter a alien like rock, and they get like superpowers and stuff like that. Fun fact: it was directed by Josh Trank. Oh, and that movie was a success.
Yeah, I think that's what got him Fantastic Four in the first place.
Yeah,
right?
which sucks because like he has the success of Chronicle, and then like Fantastic Four flopped, and then like he made a movie with Tom Hardy called Capone, and that flopped too. So,
he did Capone.
Yeah, he did Capone. Yeah, he directed it, which sucks for Josh Trank because I mean, of course, he's only directed 3 movies, but 2 of them were just horrible. But yeah,
Dane
Chronicles.
DeHaan.
Yeah, Dane DeHaan was in it. Michael B. Jordan, and I don't know. I don't remember the other actor's name, but
Yeah, I'm not familiar with anyone else on this list.
but
I actually think that guy looks familiar, but
I love like the found footage type of like way they shot it, and it's getting a sequel too, and it's directed by a woman. I don't know who it is, but it's gonna have a sequel,
a woman.
either a sequel or a reboot, something like that.
Damn, this having 85% of Rotten Tomatoes. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure most of my movies on here are gonna be properly rated.
But yeah, I don't really hear people talking about Chronicle.
Yeah, I've been seeing more edits of it on TikTok and stuff like that.
Chronicle talk.
Chronicle talk.
Yeah. My next one is Captain America: The First Avenger.
Fair.
I mean, I think we talked about this on our Ranking the MCU movies podcast, but goddamn, this movie, the heart in this movie is just infectious. Goddamn, I love it. It's objectively speaking, on Letterboxd, I have 2 separate MCU rankings. My best to worst, which is like I try to do it as objectively as possible, and then my favorites, which I just rank based off enjoyment. And First Avenger is up there on my favorites list because it's just a goddamn fun watch. I also love the World War II era, so that combined with the other just creates beauty for me. I like Chris Evans, his first outing as Captain America. He just felt he's clearly a Boy Scout. Compare that to where he is in Infinity War. Like, dude's changed a lot, but and also of course he got Peggy, who's fantastic. I mean, Red Skull was great, especially like what that movie come out in 2011. God damn, the Red Skull makeup. I was like, God damn, that guy has a red skull. Amazing. Crazy. But yeah, just good shit.
And also, I will say that Captain America has the most consistent trilogy in the MCU.
Absolutely. I still stand by. I think it's better than the Dark Knight trilogy, but
Yeah, we got people that ride the Dark Knight anyways.
The Dark Knight is the only thing that holds up that. I mean, I love Batman Begins.
Yeah,
it may or may not be on this list, but I think consistence wise.
So yeah, I love to poke fun of the Dark Knight. It's just funny. But the next one on my list is Hellboy.
I still haven't seen Hellboy.
Bro, well, no, okay, not the 2019 one.
No, I know.
Yeah, the Ron Perlman one.
Guillermo del Toro.
That's underrated. I love Hellboy. I'm actually gonna go ahead and say the second one too, Golden Army. It's, oh my god, the movie is so good. Like, those movies are great. I wish we got a third one, but I don't remember why we didn't get a third one.
Bro, we do got a third one.
Oh yeah, no, forget that.
I kind of feel bad for that because God, what's his name?
Ron Perlman?
No, the other one, the new one.
Oh, David Harbour.
Yeah, David Harbour. He's a good choice.
He is a good choice.
Unfortunately, and that movie was apparently atrocious.
Yeah, I couldn't say the movie. The movie had really good marketing too. Like, it had really well really good marketing, and then it just. I was actually
had great marketing. The trailer.
Yeah,
I remember seeing the trailer. I was like, God damn, that looks pretty sick.
I know.
Actually.
I was gonna see it. Like, I was gonna go see it in theaters, but I couldn't because of some reason. And I was absolutely distraught whenever people were saying that it was bad, because I was hoping for that movie. Banned. I was like, dude, I was waiting for this movie. I saw the promo for David Harbour's Hellboy. He looked like he was in great shape. He looked really, really good. And then
it's an 18% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, it's so disappointing. I might make myself suffer and go through a binge of horrible movies. Just see how that is. But man, I was just so upset. What's the next one on your list?
The next one on my list is Batman Begins.
Oh, okay.
Everyone talks about The Dark Knight. And I'm just, Dark Knight, obviously, it's a great film. Great movie. We talked about in our Dark Knight trilogy, reviews, whatever. Great film. But come on. Batman Begins? Great. It has the least cartoony Christian Bale Bat voice. The suit's solid. The Scarecrow is actually seeing Scarecrow shit and the fear toxin effects in live action. Amazing. I think I said it in our Dark Knight trilogy recap thing that I think even compared to the Dark Knight, it has the best balance of Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Yep, and it has. That movie was ahead of its time too. For it being released in 2005.
Yeah, that shit looks. Yeah, it looks like it could have came out in 2015.
Yep, but yeah, I agree. Batman Begins, underrated. Another one on my list is Hancock. Hancock is good. I like it.
I like it too.
I love how it explores like the implications of being like a superpowered being. Like, wow, like you're fucking shit up. Like, we want you to fix it and stuff like that. I also love the kind of like the backstory of him and Charlize Theron's character. Forgot her name. Jason Bateman was also pretty good as well.
He was.
I loved I loved how like you feel bad for his character, and like he even explains it in the movie how like he can't compare himself to like Will Smith or like even like Charlize Theron because he's only like a mortal. Feel bad, but Jason Bateman's great. And I also want to check out Ozark too. I've been hearing great things about Ozark. So yeah, Hancock. Great movie.
Will never forget the scene where he sticks that dude's head up the other guy's ass.
Yeah.
It's the best scene in any superhero movie I've ever seen.
It's classic.
And my god.
Human Centipede type beat.
Have you seen Human Centipede?
I have.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
So have I. That shit's gross.
That's yeah. I think it was made by like a Dutch person. Yeah, that person's weird.
I watched it with
imagine describing the pitch, like giving someone that pitch, like, listen here, I got an idea. Like that's just horrifying. Anyways,
I watched it with my cousin and my neighbor.
Yeah, y'all did not go to sleep.
No, I went to sleep because that movie was boring as fuck.
How can you live with yourself? I was gonna say, like, how can you live with yourself knowing that you watched that and so we're able to sleep soundly?
It wasn't. It was mostly just gross to me. It wasn't scary. It was just nasty.
Horrible.
Like, no. Imagine being in the middle.
No.
The best position. Anyway, moving on. My next one. My next one is The Amazing Spider-Man.
Fair. I understand.
After rewatching it, I mean, it just follows the same beats as Raimi's Spider-Man, but it does, new things with this version of Peter Parker, the whole unwarranted, oh, he's too cool complaint, whatever. It's good shit. Andrew Garfield, arguably the best Spider-Man. He is the best Spider-Man.
Yep.
I guess the Peter Parker can be debated, but like he's still better than fucking Toby. I don't give a fuck anymore.
And like it's also crazy to me how much like heart that movie kind of has.
It does, and of course you can't go wrong with the Emma Stone,
oh my god,
Andrew Garfield chemistry, just off the charts.
Best chemistry.
Absolutely, I love Tom and Zendaya, but Andrew and Emma Stone's chemistry was just leagues.
Seriously, it was amazing.
The only real thing that falls flat for me in that movie truly is the shit with his parents and
the
lizard design.
Should have just given him a trench coat and pants
and not give him a fucking flat face.
Yeah.
But and the whole shit again, just the beat for beat Spider-Man 1 thing, but like the fact that he speaks to himself, like, come on, come on. you couldn't come up with anything else. But yeah, it just gets undeserved hate, really, that movie, or that, well, just that movie. His TASM 2 is not great. Guilty pleasure, not that great though. I can't call it a rated because it's pretty rated.
Yeah, for sure. Mine next on my list, probably another properly rated movie is Kick-Ass.
Say Kick-Ass?
Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass 2 is the best superhero. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's not. Honestly, well, don't forget it. I'm not even gonna give you a spoiler warning because the movie's like 7 years old.
For what? Kick-Ass 2 or Kick-Ass 1?
Kick-Ass 2.
Oh.
The movie would have been way better had they not killed off Jim Carrey. So
I've heard from some people that Jim Carrey was their least favorite part about that movie.
I like Jim Carrey though.
Yeah, maybe it's just like they don't like Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
No, I love Jim Carrey in anything.
Yeah, I know. It's just Jim Carrey.
The goat.
Seriously.
People like, and I remember some complaints of Sonic. They're like, Jim Carrey's just doing Jim Carrey. I'm like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's exactly what he does best, being himself. But like, I don't know, just compared to Kick-Ass like Kick-Ass 2 and Kick-Ass 1 are just completely different movies. Kick-Ass 2 is just ridiculously cartoony. Like, well, not ridiculously, but like it compared to the first one, it's ridiculous. And let me see this. I always forget the directors of Kick-Ass. Yeah.
Matthew Vaughn,
yeah. It's probably why it was so great, because Matthew Vaughn did it. And he did
First Class, Kingsman.
But yeah, that's probably why. And then Kick-Ass 2 was directed by Jeff Waterlow. What movies have you done? Fantasy Island, Truth or Dare. Never Back Down, Bloodshot. Oh yeah, some of those movies are horrible.
Did Bloodshot?
Bloodshot with Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
another ridiculously cartoony thing movie. But still, Kick-Ass, great. Nicolas Cage is amazing. Aaron Taylor Johnson's really great.
Evan Peters barely in it. Wish he was in it more.
Yeah, he did something in Kick-Ass, like first Kick-Ass. It was just horrible. I mean, not horrible, but like I didn't like what he did. But still,
well, like an acting or like a character choice or an acting choice.
Oh no! Never mind. It was the second one, but he wasn't in the second one. But his character did something in the second one.
Oh, he was recast.
He was recast. Yeah.
By whom?
I don't know. Some dickwad or something.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm kidding. That's horrible. But yeah, he got like, it was just dumb. But yeah, Kick-Ass 1 also has like some heart in it. It was just really good, which I like it a lot. And yeah, I have a connection to that movie. So
yeah, Kick-Ass was fun. Definitely. It's like, as there's a lot of these superhero movies, especially the Nolan ones, that's like, what if superheroes, but our world and real? And I think Kick-Ass is the only one to like, there's still a lot of cartoony elements, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's really the only one that actually looks and feel like it could happen in our world.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some of that, like that jetpack shit, like take that out. It's pretty,
yeah,
it's pretty real world.
Funny. It's funny though. So
indeed.
What's the next one?
My next one is both OG Fantastic Four movies.
Where?
They're just God. It's probably just nostalgia, but I don't care. It's like there's the nostalgia that is like, oh, this movie's actually not that bad, and you rewatch it, it's like, oh, actually this is shit. I'm looking at you, Spider-Man 3, but there's other ones where I'm like, this is actually pretty good, and you rewatch it, it's like, it's still pretty good. That's what these two Fantastic Four movies are for me. Just good fun. The casting, pretty goddamn spot on. The dynamic between the entire team, again, pretty spot on. You can say whatever about the writing or even the special effects or whatever. Honestly, it's not that bad. It's pretty simplistic and, by the numbers, it's kind of just like whatever. But it's good. It's good fun. For a Fantastic Four movie, especially back in like 05 or 04 or whatever, I think it's pretty goddamn good.
I have a thing to say about Chris Evans Human Torch.
Amazing.
Not to say it's a bad thing, but like compared to comics, Chris Evans has ruined the look of Johnny Storm.
How dare you, sir?
Well, because he's not a hot shot. He's not a hot shot. Johnny
He is a hot shot. What are you talking about?
Johnny Storm in the comics is a freaking downtrodden character. He's like probably the most oppressing character in the Fantastic Four. Bro is like scared of everything. Bro is scared of hurting people because of his powers. He like freaking just hates himself low key.
Well, maybe he does hate himself in these, and we just didn't get to see it that much.
No, horrible.
He's
horrible
great.
adaptation.
He's fantastic.
No,
no pun intended.
No, I'm just saying shit. But I like his portrayal as Johnny Storm. I always want to call him Johnny Blaze for some reason.
Imagine us
Two Johnnies
not being children when those came out, being old enough to actually have brains, and hearing that the motherfucker that plays the Human Torch is going to be Captain America.
I would have been like, what the hell?
Everyone was like, excuse me? This guy? You serious? Disgusting. But, okay, the second one, I think, is better than the first one. In some aspects.
So?
I actually think the story is low-key worse, but it's more fun than the first one.
I just don't like what they did with Galactus. They made him to a cloud.
Okay, yeah, that was bad. That was bad. But also as a kid, I didn't know who the fuck Galactus was, so I didn't care.
I don't know, like, who decided to make Galactus a cloud, but like, horrible. Just not a good decision.
The special effects for Silver Surfer looked surprisingly good for the time.
I know.
Like, he was shiny, and then he loses. I forgot exactly what happens, but he loses his like power or something, or they're draining him or some shit, and he kind of goes like matte instead of just super shiny and glossy and reflective, and it looks really goddamn good. The Doom design leagues ahead of the 2015 one.
Everything is better than the 2015 one.
That is true. You literally can't go wrong with anything else. Yeah,
but yeah, Julian McMahon's Doctor Doom is amazing. Then yeah, I love seeing Julian McMahon like overall because of Charmed. But yeah, he's great.
He is great. Well, everyone's well cast in that. Captain
For
Holt
sure.
is in it because he's a god.
Yeah, no, amazing.
Lawrence Fishburne is Silver Surfer.
He was Silver Surfer. Forgot about that.
The voice.
I remember. Yeah, the voice. Yeah, I remember walking into the theater with my sister with a Silver Surfer toy, and it was just amazing. Best experience.
I used to watch those movies all the time.
I think I have them on DVD.
I think I have them somewhere too, or at least one of them.
Probably the first one for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
I wish they released those on 4K. Disney, get on it. I will purchase them.
I'm gonna go on Disney Plus after this and watch it.
Good.
But the next one on my list, they better not have.
Sometimes they just be taking shit off, and I'm like, why are you doing this?
I'll sue. The next one on my list, I know.
Oh no.
I understand like what people think about this movie. I still like it, probably because of nostalgia. But it's Watchmen. I love Watchmen. I love it. Even though Zack Snyder did not completely get like the theme of Watchmen right, I love it. I love Watchmen. I will die on that hill. I love it. I love Watchmen. Underrated.
It's okay.
Underrated. Shut up. Stop talking. It's underrated.
Update. Silver Surfer isn't on Disney Plus, but the first one is.
No! I'm suing. I'm suing them for enjoyable things.
Well, actually, sometimes because they're fucking Fox's contract or whatever, Silver Surfer might be on HBO Max. Let me check. But Watchmen it's okay.
I like Watchmen. I like it a lot. I think it's because I got introduced to it. Like I said, so probably a nostalgia thing. So I got introduced to it as a kid, and when I was growing up, I was like, why does no one talk about Watchmen? Like, this movie is really good. But compared to the comics, I would understand why people wouldn't like it because Zack Snyder did not get the theme right of being a superhero in the Watchmen universe. Being a superhero is a horrible thing in the Watchmen universe. But Zack Snyder tries to make it to like a good thing, like a hopeful thing. So I understand, but I still like it. And then again, I like Zack Snyder as a director. Even though some people don't like him, I still find his work enjoyable.
Silver Surfer is not on HBO Max.
Oh my god. Soon.
Watchmen's okay.
Yeah,
I think it has a
that's fair.
65% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think that's fair. I think I'd give it a 6.
Yeah. And then that's fair to say, like, you express your disdain and dislike for Zack Snyder. And that's okay. His work isn't for everybody.
He's got some gems every now and again.
Yeah, for sure. Like, Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League.
That's it.
Actually, I've never seen Sucker Punch from him.
I saw Sucker Punch a long time ago, and I remember enjoying it.
Okay, so that's fair.
But it was also a long time ago.
Yeah, but yeah, I understand why people don't like Zack Snyder. That's fine to say. So I like his work. So
watch Mid. My next one. Holy, Sucker Punch has a 22% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What? Oh, that goes on my list on bad movies.
Bad movies that you're watching.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that to myself. Dang,
wait,
that's crazy.
Oh no, yeah, this is it. I was like, is this another movie called Sucker Punch? No, this is it. Rest in peace. But my next one is Birds of Prey.
Oh yes, I agree. Yes.
Hey, you didn't think about that, did you?
No, I didn't.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because it's underrated.
You're right. It is underrated.
Yeah, man, this movie, just awful timing, really. Well, multiple things. Awful timing with its release, just because like the peak of COVID, and they really used this movie as a test to be like, are people ready to come out to theaters? Nope. Not only that, the marketing was atrocious.
Marketing was horrible.
So bad.
Especially with the name too.
And then like towards the end of its life, then they change it.
Yeah, like Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn, and like, yeah, I don't know.
Or Harley
I don't know
Quinn
why.
and the Birds of Prey, something, I don't remember.
Yeah, it was Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn, or whatever. Yeah, but yeah, and then like I don't know why they had that long name, the Birds of Prey, the Fabulous Emancipation
of one Harley Quinn, something like that.
I don't know who did that. I don't know why.
It makes sense for the character. Like that's like, if this was not a movie, if this was like even a comic, I'd be like, that's kind of fun, but not for a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah, for the movie, it has to be simplistic and it has to be eye catching. I'm not gonna go up to people and be like, "Hey, bro, to check out Birds of Prey, the
Fabulous Emancipation of one Harley Quinn." It's like, oh yeah, bro, I loved Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of one Harley Quinn. It was really good.
Like, it just sounds so goofy. But yeah, like, you're right. This movie came out at a really bad time.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Fantabulous, not the Fabulous. The Fantabulous.
Yeah, Fantabulous. But yeah, like you said, the movie came out at a really bad time. But like, it's a very solid movie. Like, I love it a lot. I think everyone was like pretty well casted. The only complaint I will have to say is Cassandra Cain. And there really wasn't enough like character development for some of the characters, such as like Black Canary.
There wasn't enough character development. Well, for Cassandra Cain specifically, there wasn't a ton to her character, but also as far as her being like just Cassandra Cain, could have just chosen a different name.
Yeah, seriously.
But, I feel like if they just chose a different name, a lot of complaints about that character would vanish, because a lot of people are like, she doesn't even look like her. She's not like Cassandra Cain at all. And it's like, I agree, but also the character that she is in this movie works for the story that they're telling.
Yeah.
But yeah, Huntress, we need more of that.
Yeah, because she's amazing. Oh my god.
And also Black Canary, yeah, like you said, who's apparently going to be in Batgirl, I think.
That'd be cool.
I think she's going to be in Batgirl. There's also rumors floating around of maybe a solo thing with her. Hopefully that is true, because that'd be awesome. Great.
You want to know something? The actress who plays Cassandra Cain is the niece of Dante Bosco, who voices Zuko in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
Pretty cool.
Wait a minute. That's the only movie she's been in.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
both that both sucks and is cool.
I think she like does like music or something like that too.
No shit. Huh.
Yeah, she does like music or something.
Did we talk about Ewan McGregor?
We haven't.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
What a great choice. But
also killed him off way too early.
Killed him off way too early and not enough in The Mask.
Yeah, I know. Oh God.
Sad.
So good. Man, imagine you see a Black Mask pull out a lightsaber and he says, "Hello there."
He puts on the mask and Harley Quinn because he drugged Harley Quinn or whatever, and she wakes up and he has the black mask on and it's like all fuzzy and it's on his face and it comes into focus and he goes, "Hello there." That'd be fun.
But yeah, movie is underrated, and I will say this again, along with Birds of Prey and Shazam were the two movies that were destined to turn around the DCEU.
Yeah, the Birds of Prey walked so the Suicide Squad could run. But yeah, it was just bad timing, and it's just more so like it's relatively well rated. I think it has maybe like a 75 or like an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes or something like that. Just unwarranted hate for no reason. The action is also fantastic. I think it's the same choreographer as the John Wick movies. So like, just great, just great shit. Yeah, just unfortunate. If like, I think really it literally just comes down to call the movie Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey because the Harley Quinn name sells. And when your movie is called Birds of Prey and the of one Harley Quinn, most people, and especially when you see like the title of something, usually the title gets cut off and it's like blah blah blah, then like ... and you see Birds of Prey and the you don't see. Yeah. It's like, well, what is this movie? So yeah, great stuff. People complained that it was like they're trying too hard to be like Deadpool, and I guess, but it's Harley Quinn. It was more so narration than it was fourth wall breaks too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Fun movie though,
for sure. The next one on my list is Iron Man 3.
I was tempted to put that on the list, but I didn't because I feel like it's gotten comeuppance recently.
Well, I'm going to say this. Now it is properly rated, but I still think I would call it underrated just because it gets a lot of hate. I still feel like a lot of hate goes towards this movie.
Yeah.
Granted, like it's in the conversation of it being like kind of more of like a director's movie than like a movie that was supposed to be like for like its own thing. Kind of like, like how Multiverse of Madness is like a Sam Raimi movie, but you can tell that Iron Man 3 is a Shane Black movie.
Mm-hmm.
But still, this movie is really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I would arguably say it's the best out of the Iron Man trilogy.
Ooh. That's fair.
It's definitely either arguably better than Iron Man 1 or on par with Iron Man 1. Other than that, this movie is fantastic.
It's more creative.
Definitely true. Yeah, definitely. I love how they explored Tony's PTSD. They made Tony like they had like made his fucking ego go to the side. I loved how I love the extremists. Though I will say
just him shitting on the kid.
Yeah. I will say that I wish Extremist was like a more of a plot point in the future movies, because it was just kind of like a one and done thing.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I like this movie. It's fun. It's a fun movie. I love Iron Man 3.
Yeah, absolutely. The whole Shane Black aspect of it. When I first watched it, I hadn't seen any Shane Black movies other than Iron Man 3. So when people were saying that it was like it's mostly a Shane Black movie, I was like, I'm sure it is. I'm going to take your word for it. Yeah. But then I watched Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, also with RDJ and Val Kilmer, the best Batman. And I was like, oh, I see now. This is absolutely, Iron Man 3 is absolutely a Shane Black movie. And Iron Man 3 is also one of the movies I see most use for criticism against the MCU, as far as the MCU, all it is quips and stuff, and you're putting quips in the wrong places or whatever. I guess I can see that, but also Shane Black.
Yeah.
And it's like it might be a cop out to be like, oh well, just because the director, it's a specific director, they can't really get away with it. But also, I feel like Sam Raimi also gets away with the corny campiness in his movies. I mean, not everyone enjoys it, but I mean, I talked about it in the review. I didn't enjoy some of it, but still, I don't really care. But yeah, Iron Man 3, absolutely.
Oh, it's so good.
Indeed. I try to watch it every Christmas because it is a Christmas movie, like every Shane Black movie to ever exist.
Wow, I didn't think about that. Wait, you're right. Because I was thinking about the Predator movie, because he directed that one too. Is that... Wait, what? Hold on, sorry.
Most of his... I don't know if it's all of his movies, but a good majority of them are set during Christmas. Or around Christmas time, whatever.
What? Oh my God, you're right. I forgot that Olivia Munn was in a Predator movie. Gosh,
was that the one with Keegan-Michael Key?
Yes, and Thomas Jane, who was the old Predator in 04.
Punisher.
Yep.
You said Predator.
Oh, my fault. Punisher. Sorry, my fault.
But now that Hawkeye came out, am I going to watch Iron Man 3 or Hawkeye for Christmas? I don't know. I watch Spider-Man 1 every Thanksgiving because it's a Thanksgiving movie.
And we'll just continue my tradition with Die Hard.
Die Hard?
Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
No, it's not. No, it is. It is. God damn, Spider-Man's 20 years old.
It's insane.
Are we old yet?
I mean, I don't want to think about that right now.
We're old.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Go on to your next one.
My next one is X-Men First Class.
Fair.
Directed by Matthew Vaughn, as we were talking about earlier. Massively underrated, in my opinion. It's one of the best X-Men movies, I would say. Set during the 60s, fun era, the Cold War and whatnot. You get to see Charles being, well, you know, this is really the origin for everything. So, like, Charles isn't Patrick Stewart yet. He's this fun guy, you know, going to bars and stuff. Actually has legs. And, you know, this is the movie. Yeah, this is the movie where he doesn't lose his legs, but, you know, he's crippled. You also have Kevin Bacon as the villain.
Yeah,
who's
Sebastian Stan.
Excuse me?
Sebastian Stan.
Sebastian Shaw?
Sebastian Stan.
Kevin Bacon as Sebastian
Stan. Yeah, Sebastian Shaw.
He was all right. he was all right. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to see Kevin Bacon as a villainous character, but still good. I think this is the movie that has this great Magneto scene with Michael Fassbender where he tracks down some Nazis and just murks them. Just good shit.
Yeah.
Zoe Kravitz is in this.
Yes, she is. And I still think that even though this movie is underrated, it has one of the most racially profiled and racially motivated scenes.
I feel like that was the point.
No,
I think that was the point.
Yvonne is canceled.
It was also the 60s. I mean, we weren't.
You're right.
Yeah, we weren't there yet.
they did Darwin so dirty.
Absolutely.
How are you gonna kill off somebody
who can't die?
Who's meant to be unkillable?
Yeah.
So dumb.
But it's also like the thing we're talking about, or I think we were talking about off mic, but like the whole thing to make a character seem more powerful to kill a seemingly more powerful character.
Just incapacitate him. Don't kill him off.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Yeah. I wish Matthew Vaughn came back for Days of Future Past. But I love Days of Future Past. It's fantastic. It's
great.
But yeah. Imagine Days of Future Past, but like with Matthew Vaughn action.
Great.
Yeah. Unfortunately, now it's directed by an alleged pedophile. Anyway, moving on. What's your next one?
My next one is another popularly rated Man of Steel.
I thought about that too.
I love Man of Steel. I don't care what anybody says. It's not like your most conventional like superhero movie. I think it's probably the best Superman movie ever. No, I think so. Why'd you say that?
I don't know about that one.
You don't know about that one?
I don't know about that one.
What else I have to say? I think it's definitely the best Superman movie. I can't say it. I couldn't say it. I tried to go on with it. I can't say it without laughing. But yeah, no, I don't think it's the best Superman movie ever made.
Thank God.
I definitely think that it is a good Superman movie. Like I said, it's one of those things where it's like I enjoy Zack Snyder's work and people don't, and that's fair. But I like Man of Steel, underrated. Needs to be talked about a little bit more. Needs more appreciation.
God damn, this is a 56% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, yeah, that's undeserved.
Like, dude, oh my God. I was trying to troll so hard and I couldn't do it. I tried to say Henry Cavill is better than Christopher Reeve, and I just couldn't do it. My mind said, nope, don't. not the time.
Right, and a visceral reaction, you couldn't. Your tongue was like, nah, we can't. We're not messing with that. But yeah, 56% on Rotten Tomatoes. That is undeserved. So yeah, that definitely, I'd say that fits the profile for underrated. Yeah, I like Man of Steel.
Yeah,
better than Watchmen.
Okay. No. That is fair to say. That's fair.
I just wish it wasn't. Wish he wasn't so dark and gloomy.
Dark and gloomy. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Which we were talking about it. You were saying it on one of the older podcasts. Even though he's a weirdo, something that Joss Whedon did right was give Superman color.
Yep. Exactly.
So, but yeah. What's your next one?
My next one is, I would say this is the most underrated on my list. The movie Super.
I knew you were gonna put that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I knew you were gonna put that.
Good shit. It's good shit, right?
Because you're talking about like, what if superheroes were in our world? And I'm like, he's probably gonna say super.
Yeah.
I knew it. But that's fair.
Absolutely. If you don't know what Super is, because it's an underrated film, and not a ton of people know about it, it is a James Gunn film. I think it's directed by James Gunn. I'm pretty sure it was written by James Gunn too. It's got James Gunn written all over it. James Gunn movie. It's like, if I had to compare it to any of his modern works, probably Peacemaker. Like, it's nothing like Peacemaker, but like as far as like tone and violence level goes, Peacemaker.
Similar, yeah.
It's got Rainn Wilson and Elliot Page. Rainn Wilson, obviously Dwight from The Office, being Dwight from The Office. And he's this dude, I won't get into too much without spoiling, but he's this dude that decides to be a superhero like character, and he wears this red crimson suit and just beats people with a wrench. Kevin Bacon, again, the villain in this, who does a good job, especially in a specific scene at the end. Elliot Page, also fantastic in this movie, as he always generally is. And this is just good. It's a good movie. James Gunn it's one of the most like James Gunn movies, at least prior to, your Peacemakers and the Suicide Squads. And again, very violent, especially there's this one scene where I was like, whoa, that's, whoa, Jesus. There's also another scene that's problematic that I shouldn't.
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say, because I know what it contains.
I'm not gonna say it.
Well,
actually, there's two scenes that are problematic. I don't know which one you're talking about, actually.
Well, I know there is a usage of the hard R.
Yes, that's actually not what I was thinking about, but that is absolutely one of them. That's one of the problematic things. The other one, the one I was thinking about, is problematic, but it's like, in the story, it kind of makes sense. Did I need it? No. Did I need to see it? No. But like, I was like, gross. But you gotta see it. you gotta see it. Screw the Fantastic Four movies. Watch Super instead.
What is Super on? Let me see. It's on. It's not nothing. It's on Amazon Prime.
Sling.
Man, who the hell
is it? Sling? Actually on Amazon Prime, or is it like it's on Amazon Prime? You have to buy it on Amazon Prime.
I don't know. It just says Amazon Prime Premium subscription. I'm just gonna watch it on my website. and it has Linda Cardellini in it.
Oh yeah, it does.
Okay. Okay, I'll watch Super today. I have nothing to do.
Oh, let me see what's on Amazon Prime.
I did my work already, so let's go.
No, Super's not on Amazon Prime. Yeah, so you have to watch it on a very legal website.
Very.
Yeah, Linda Cartley's in it. Yeah, she is. Unfortunately, she's not. She's barely in it.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that she was like a pet store owner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's in it for like one, maybe two scenes. But
Dang.
But you see, you look at the cast list. It's like James Gunn is clearly one of those actors, like your Christopher Nolans or your Tarantinos, that likes to use the same actors in things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because you got your Nathan Fillions and your Sean Gunns and your Michael Rookers and Nathan Hura and Steve Agee. So
you mean a Conago?
Diebeard, yeah.
Diebeard. The last one on my list is Doctor Strange.
The first one, really?
First one, yes, it is underrated. Definitely not talked about. Definitely people slept on it due to this fact right here. People were still like dumb casuals were still discussing if the multiverse was real.
Oh my god!
When Doctor Strange literally said the multiverse is real, the Ancient One showed him the multiverse in his mind. We saw it. And yes, like Doctor Strange, like it's definitely like one of the better origin stories. Of course, like
very similar to the classic Iron Man plot, but also just does really well with it.
Does really well. Very, very creative for its time.
Yeah, the visuals, nuts.
Visuals were just amazing.
Biggest complaint I've seen is just he does firecracker kung fu. Yeah, which is fair, but
well, it's definitely fair. But it's an origin for Doctor Strange. I wish we saw more of Mads Mikkelsen because he's fucking amazing.
Wasted, yeah.
But yeah, like Doctor Strange is, it's definitely underrated. And I've said this before. I don't know if I'm on the podcast, so I will say it again. Doctor Strange and Ant-Man are two of the most underappreciated characters in the MCU. Their movie now. Well, not
Doctor
now,
Strange
but like,
specifically, Ant-Man. There's
I have said it before, that because literally their movies are tying into like some of the most important aspects of the future of the MCU.
Absolutely,
quantum and multiverse.
Yep.
So that's it. Doctor Strange is amazing.
If I had to say anything about a complaint about Multiverse of Madness, the fact that we didn't get to see. We got like one scene with that Inception like kaleidoscope, the way the environment just fucking folds in on itself and shit like that.
Yeah,
I really like that. I need more.
Yeah, I love I wanted to see more of the mirror dimension. That's so good. I think even though I don't like Mordo as much.
Why don't you like Mordo? I don't understand.
Because he's dumb. I don't like Mordo.
Why? Just because the Doctor Strange broke a rule to save the world and it just happened to break a natural law and now he's mad about it?
Here's why I don't like Mordo.
Now all of a sudden, instead of going after Doctor Strange, he's like, fuck all sorcerers.
I just don't see what else they could do with Mordo. Like after Multiverse of Madness, I don't want to see Mordo.
Yeah, I think that's why they didn't really, because
had they put that scene in there of him getting his head chopped off, that would have been amazing. Probably the best part of the movie. I would have rated it 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Jesus,
I'm kidding, but still, I just don't see what else I can see I don't see what else they can do with Mordo. Therefore, I just don't want to see him in the next Doctor Strange movie whenever that comes out. But still, the one part I liked about Mordo in Doctor Strange was he was explaining like the implications of magic. Because had he of course there was lines about that in Multiverse of Madness, but right. I think had he had we seen more him use the multiverse or those little pocket dimensions, it would have been nice to see some implications happen, and it would have been cool.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you got minor spoilers for Multiverse of Madness, I guess, what he is in the trailer. Doctor Strange is like, yeah, Mordo dedicated his entire life to trying to kill him. So obviously they've had encounters off screen.
Yeah.
Which is kind of unfortunate, but but also it's like part of me wants to see it, and part of me is like, there's a lot more creative things you can do story-wise with Doctor Strange. So I'm kind of conflicted because I like Mordo. I think, especially like I don't know, how do you Chitwell Ejiofor that guy, fantastic actor.
Yeah, he is a fantastic actor. He's in a new series that I wanted to watch on Showtime, so I'm gonna check that out. It's called The Man Who Fell from Earth or something. Fell to Earth. But yeah, I wanna watch that. But yeah, my point still stands. Doctor Strange, but before, not now, but before, Doctor Strange and Ant-Man were two of the most underappreciated characters in the MCU.
Yeah, the most underappreciated until Multiverse of Madness. Well, really, Infinity War, because his shit in Infinity War, he got a lot of love for that. But yeah, the two most underappreciated characters at the time, and yet they're two of the most important.
Bringing in most important aspects of the future of the MCU. So,
is what it is. My next one is Batman Forever.
This is a Val Kilmer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Val Kilmer one.
Yeah.
You can listen to our review of that movie in the Joel Schumacher Batman podcast that we did. Fantastic. That's a bit of an exaggeration. It's not great, but I think it gets way more hate than it deserves. Let me look at the Rotten Tomatoes score. But like Val Kilmer, solid Batman. Solid still the best Bat voice. Some of the lines of dialogue he has to Dick, just straight Batman. Straight just great Batman stuff. I have design issues, there's the nipples. There's the suit he has at the end. Not great, but it was clearly like this transformative, like it was clearly going from Burton to Schumacher stylistically, that movie, from just gradually. God damn, it has a 39% on Rotten Tomatoes. It doesn't deserve that. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Like it's not great. Like I think Jim Carrey's Riddler's plan. It's actually kind of cool. His villainous plan. Tommy Lee Jones just playing a weird version of the Joker and calling it Two-Face. I think it's pretty good. One of the things I don't like is I don't remember the actress's name. What's her face? The love interest. Fucking weird.
Oh, Vicky?
No, it wasn't Vicky.
Oh no,
it was some doctor. I think maybe say like a psychiatrist or something.
Yeah, she was weird. She was like way too into Batman.
Yeah, way too into Batman. But yeah, I'm like telling, because like, my parents were alive during this shit, and I'm just like, Val Kilmer's actually, not bad, and they're like, no, and I'm like, give the man a chance. I can understand maybe not liking his Bruce Wayne. He's good. It's unfortunate that he was, allegedly hard to work with or whatever happened there. But did you like the movie? You didn't hate it, did you?
No, I didn't hate it, but I just think that Val Kilmer carried that
Absolutely.
movie.
Oh, there was the bit in it where Two-Face, he kills Dick's parents or whatever, and Two-Face was like, Batman needs to reveal himself or whatever, and just right on jump, Bruce is like, I'm Batman. He gets drowned out by the crowd and whatnot, but that's just so Batman to me. There's so many moments in the movie where I was like, that's really true to Batman. And I think it's people hear the Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, and Joel Schumacher, they're like colorful and too many jokes and whatever, really campy or whatever. This movie's a lot darker than I was expecting, and I think a lot of people remember. There was this whole sequence where he flashes back or whatever to him killing his parents, and there's like a fucking gigantic bat and shit, and it's actually kind of dark and interesting. Also, Jim Carrey's doing his thing. Jim Carrey's amazing. So
Jim Carrey, dope.
But yeah, I think that's all I have.
Yeah, that's all I had as well.
All right. Well, is that the show?
That is the show. All right. Well, thank you for listening to the Avengers podcast. If you want to follow us, we're at Avengers on Twitter. That's AVENGE, nerds, all one word. If you want to follow either one of us, you can reach me at, I'm not using Instagram. I'm not using Twitter at the moment. So just follow our Instagram, which is the same thing as AVENGE, nerds, all one word.
The Avengers on Instagram.
Oh, the Avengenerds. Well, go to that. We have it in Linktree. Where can they reach you?
They can reach me at, well, they can't really reach me because I'm also not on Twitter, but they can follow me at youtube.com/itszenith. But also, generally speaking, I'm on the Avengenerds Twitter, so you can just reach me there as well. Also, Oh my God, completely forgot to mention up top, your fucking Daredevil short film came out.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Yeah, my Daredevil short film has officially released. I still gotta send it to a few other people. Yes, it is released. It is about 6-7 minutes long. Yeah, go check it out.
Want me to put it in the description? I'll put it in the description.
Yeah, I'll put a link to it.
All right, yeah. I'll put there's a link in the description or the show notes to Torrin's Daredevil short film. Go check it out, please.
Yeah, thank you. It'd be appreciated. But going back to that, we have a Discord if you'd like to join the conversation there. Those will be linked in the show notes. You can check out our link tree for any additional links you may be interested in. You can also review the show in-app on Apple Podcasts. If you could leave 5 stars and review, it would really help us out. Thanks again for listening to Avengers Podcast. We'll see you next week.
Later.